Hey everybody, what's up? It's Joel, aka The Daily Guru. Today I am out of the studio and into another awesome place. We've got another edition of Gabbing with the Guru. We're gonna check out the amazing artsy styles of the punk rock band Zed Never. So how long have you guys been playing together?
Me and Dave have been playing together. It's over 10 years, isn't it?
Close to 12?
Is it 12, maybe?
I want to say 99, 2000 is when I came into Izzy's and asked you if you wanted to play with me.
I think it was earlier than that. I think it was 98. We sort of started this without Harpo, and Terry was pregnant.
Yeah.
And we just kind of kept going, and he ran into this guy that we refer to as the
Collective Hallucination, who kind of like brought this whole melange of threesome together.
To give said hallucination Kurt his due, he found this guy. We walked in one day, and here's this kind of like
Craigslist.
Was that how that happened?
It was a Craigslist listing, yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. It was a very broad, very general kind of description of what he was doing and his influences and things like that. And I knew it was original music he wanted to do, and I wanted to play original music because I had been playing covers for a long time. Wow.
And he was like a pretty good drummer, but he tried to put all this like finesse into our stuff. You were trying to be like kind of a finessey, jazzy guy.
No, I was just a pussy when I was hitting the drums.
Oh, then maybe that. Well,
and Dave told me hit those fucking things. Like
I told you.
Yeah,
I used to.
told me,
I'd be like,
yeah.
I'd be like, you're great, but what's all this shit? Just hit that.
What kind of stuff did you guys listen to growing up? You know, what really influenced the way you guys play?
Well, punk rock.
Yeah.
For sure. Personally, I was one of those kids that like struggled over the idea that, you know, if I practice like 100 hours a day till I'm 1,000, I might be able to play like Jeff Beck or some guitar god. And it's like, I kind of came to the conclusion one day that I really don't like all that, the noodling around lead. I really just like, I like good melody and good strong chord structure and nice big open chords. You know, that's what I like.
Influence-wise, well, growing up, you know, catching like documentaries about John Cage was a big influence. You know, when you're 12 years old and you're seeing like 433 for silent piano, you know, you're like, whoa. And then eventually getting into like chromatic scales of like Harry Partch music and what have you, and hearing the dissonance that way. Being in that whole new wave, or no wave, actually, not new wave, no wave New York scene, you know, when it was at its height in the late 70s, early 80s, you know, and being around that, it definitely brushes off.
Insofar as interesting, if you will, incidents that you've had live, do any of them stick out?
Probably the thing that really, the night that sort of made us was we were halfway down to Philadelphia to do a gig, and it was when we still had this guy that was singing. So singer guy calls him as we're driving down and picks a fight with him. And we get a call from him that says, well, Kurt ain't coming. And my response was, good, fuck him. Let's continue pushing forward. We'll go down there and we'll play. And we showed up without him. We did the full set without him. And, you know, as it turned out, it was the best thing that ever happened to us.
And within like a week, I had like rewritten all the lyrics for every tune we did.
And it kind of at that point, we kind of went, like, why the fuck do we have a lead singer for, you know?
Yeah,
why do we have...
What's your favorite thing about playing music?
Just being together with these two characters.
You know, you just feel that, you know, it's just like when it just starts locking in, it's just the way it just feels nice and
the adrenaline.
And the adrenaline, and it's fun, and it's like, and it starts sounding good.
I get up from a set, especially after these guys. I mean, they really did bring out the animal in me.
If we don't kill them.
Yeah. I mean, I've gotten up after a set, just a half-hour set with these guys, and I'm you know, soaked. And I'm so driven and pumped up and geared up. It's just, it's a good feeling.
So then what do you think is the disconnect then with so many bands you see now that are just so amazingly mediocre? And
they're amazingly mediocre.
You know, where
they're
do you think that disconnect
mediocre. They're
happens?
mediocre people. Their influences are mediocre.
I think the mediocrity actually comes from them trying to make money out of it. It's music. It's art. It's not really supposed to be about money. It's supposed to be about, you know, an expression.
What sort of changes have you seen then since even the times when you were going to shows before you were playing within kind of the small club scene?
There's not much left.
There's nothing left.
Can you see anything that led to that? You know, why that happened?
Drinking age.
Drinking age really started it.
There are just so many things to do. So
and there's
many
a lot
distractions now. Even people who come to see us in the clubs will be on their cell phone.
There's all that shit.
You know, there's all kinds of things to do at home. And
one of the earliest things I always remember people saying was like when the bar scene used to seem like it was drawing. Well, you know, everybody's home playing video games now. I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me. A girl isn't going to come walking through your living room while you're playing a video game and saying, hey, handsome.
Mm-hmm.
So what is, in your opinion, and you can qualify the word any way you want, the best show you've ever seen?
Off at the top of my head would probably be The Residents. I'm going to say like in the mid 80s, they played at, back then it was the Ritz, and it was just, way too cool. Any Stranglers show, any Butthole Surfers show, Gang of Four always like got me on my feet, bopping to the sounds.
The Dictators at the Fast Lane in '81, it changed me. The Dead Boys down in DC about '87.
Yeah, that's another
that
one.
Was just like literally you're just shaking when it's done.
Jesus Lizard and Helmet at City Gardens in Trenton.
Wow.
The bloodiest show.
Bloodiest.
Bloody. Lots of steel toes and naked David Yao, of course, spreading his asshole with the microphone in there and all kinds of stuff.
So where can people find out more about you guys?
We have a Facebook page.
Facebook mainly.
That's a good place to start.
That's a good place to start.
We did put out a split single here, Zed Never, No Cadillacs in Amsterdam, with our friends Ming and Stout on the B side. But really, come give us a listen. Come see us play whenever.
Like a cloud down an old Broad Street. Lines of mindless Prozac need. Run into a dude who's about my age. Says that he's seen me as a prophet and sage. Well, I scratch my head and I ask him why. Says that he's seen me through a dead man's eye. Saving up my money for a rainy day. Day never came, so I lost my way. Gonna buy a person, gonna buy a wheel. Gonna shuffle my cards for a bottom deck deal.